This is just basically a bit of a video diary, video log. And this is not like super organized. It's more like, oh well, let's see. Let's see what I'm up to. I have. Wait, that's a little noisy, but there we go. I have an art project, and it's due today, so. The church that's right next door to where I live has, I guess, approximately once a year or so, have a religiously themed exhibit where you pick a Bible verse, when that means something to you, and then make artwork about it. So in the past, I've always participated, although one year I didn't have anything very good to enter because I found out about it the last minute, but I really like doing this. So I've known about this event, for approximately a month, but just really was not feeling inspired. And today is the last day for handing in your artwork to be in the show. So I pretty much figured, well, I guess I'll set this one out. And then last night at like somewhere between midnight and 1, I was, of course, hit with the inspiration bug. So now I just need to get things put together so that the inspiration bug will not have kept me awake in vain. But that's why a lot of this is already done or partially done. Excuse me. Let's sit here and burp now. So, to get this all the way done and put together. So, there we go. This is it's paper, but it's inspired by the Orthodox Church icons. So, and a bit of medieval Europe and the Celtic Church from early Middle Ages, or what's now called the Age of Migration, because that's a better name for it. But anyway, so the verse I'm using is actually inspired by current events, but on the other hand, I've been on a real big medieval murder mystery kick for the last few months, and I was reading some of the Sister Fidelma mysteries, and of course that got me more interested in the early church in Ireland and how it was quite different from Rome. Excuse me. So, one thing has led to another, and I have basically it's a triptych shrine sort of card in the works here, but whatever I do, it has to be done very soon, because I do not have much time left. Like I say, the deadline to hand this in is today, between 6 and 7 o'clock. Get a good grip on this here. Oh. So, the Bible verse I'm using is Matthew 25:37 through 40, and it's the one where Jesus is talking about whatever you do for the least of these, you're also doing for me. And this is something where it doesn't matter if you are a Christian or not, or you're a different religion, or maybe you're an atheist. The basic idea that we take care of each other rather than using and exploiting each other is one I think we can all agree with. Or if you can't, then I have no respect for you. So, as a result, I think it's a very, very good quote for typical times like these, where people are yanking kids from their parents' arms, literally, and putting them in concentration camps. If you know anything about the current state of affairs in the U.S., then you must have at least heard some mention of this. Regardless of where you stand on the issue with immigration and asylum and all that, that's not the appropriate way to deal with it. That's putting it mildly. So, I'm not going to get into a political discussion here, other than to say that that's my, as I say, background motivation. So, purple because, you cannot have too much, or I guess you could theoretically have too much purple, but I have yet to see that happen, so for now we'll stick with you can't have too much. As well as being on a medieval murder mystery kick. I don't actually care as much on the murder mysteries, it's more the medieval part I'm into. But, no. Plus the very best ones, of course, are making interesting, creating interesting pictures of life and society in another time and place. Whew. Well, that train of thought just got derailed. And then, this FutureLearn sent out a little email about, hey guys, we have a course starting now that involves the Book of Kells and medieval Irish Christianity or medieval Celtic Christianity. So, definitely on a big kick there. Oh yeah. Tattoo. Now, got St. Matthew and one of these pictures because, I'm quoting the gospel according to Matthew, and I figured his picture could be in. Seems fair enough. Or should say his picture, but print out. Yeah, people think it's a lot of work making the artwork, but actually the lot of work part comes in. Changed my mind 5 billion times. I mean, like I have a picture in my head of what I want, but then I have to figure out how am I going to achieve that. Or what's the best way? Be more than one way, but you know, I don't want to do it the dork way if I can avoid that. I don't want being a dork, but I don't want to do it on purpose. Not by accident. So, there you go. There's several reasons for using reproductions of classic artworks, partly simply that they're not under copyright. This particular artwork has been around for many centuries, in fact, so there we go. I'm not violating anyone's copyright, or stepping on anyone's toes for that matter, or appropriating someone else's culture. Not to mention that some of my ancestors did actually come from the British Isles, so in best case scenario, I could be said to appropriate my own people's culture, but it's not, yeah, not pretending to be something I'm not. Things down just a wee bit more. There we go. Oh, and I just, my train of thought from earlier. I'm also rereading the Historian. I've reread that several times, so that's always enjoyable. And it's got a lot of sort of atmospheric things if you're, you know, especially if you're interested in historiography and how the same people who can be considered heroes in one country can be considered at best enemies or creeps or monsters even in another. So on one hand you have these, oh no, the Ottoman Empire was crushing us, but then from the Ottoman Empire's perspective it was the other way around. And of course in real life people often cooperated even with their supposed enemies, because the old enemy of my enemy is my friend thing. So it's not necessarily the Ottoman Empire versus Christianity, but rather the Ottoman Empire versus very smaller duchies and principalities and such who were not interested in signing up. So, notice also the ink from my printer, which is a reasonably good quality printer, but the ink did not bond very well. So I'm getting this really cool weathered effect. Yeah, I like that. And it's glue stick time. Here we go. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes. Very happy with that. Yes, indeed. So, there. Matthew. So, now we have to figure out what to do with Jesus. As in, which representation of Jesus will I use? So, and there again, it's going to be a medieval. Okay.